Welcome everyone, and thank you for attending today's webinar on branding and customizing Perfect Portal to make it work for your firm. We'll be running a live Q&A at the end of the webinar, so if we have enabled our ask a question feature, you'll be able to find this at the bottom of the screen. So if you have any questions, just pop them in there. And if we miss anything, don't worry, and we'll be sending around the on-demand recording when it's available. I'm Sasha, the National Client Relationship Manager here, and joining me is David.
Hi.
Who is one of our client relationship managers here at Perfect Portal. I'm sure a lot of you will know who he is. Just before we start with the webinar, it'd be really useful if you do have any suggestions on future webinar topics or timings of these webinars, then please let us know, as we're going to be continue running these webinars on a bi-weekly basis. Okay. So more and more consumers want digital communication from any providers they use, including a law firm. As you can see here, there's the ability to send SMS text messages, as can be seen on the phone screen. I will cover this throughout the webinar. Consistent branding across all channels increases revenue by 23%. According to Forbes, if you provide a consistent branding experience to your clients across all channels, then you have the potential to increase your revenue by 23% or more. It's really important to invest time into your brand and how it is perceived by your clients. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to run through the features that you can be customized within Perfect Portal to provide the ultimate brand experience for your clients and your referrers. So what we're going to look at is I'm going to go through today the email templates, the email design, system and communication emails, fee scales, and the SMS management, which I just touched on earlier, the client login email, and then David is going to look at the client review, the key stages, the branded app, vouchers, and also the website. Now, as I mentioned, this webinar recording will be sent round, but if when we're running through anything today and you'd really like some specific training, please don't hesitate to contact David or myself, and we'll be more than happy to assist. Also, a lot of what we'll cover today is covered in this, is also displayed in the support center, which we'll show you throughout the webinar. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to run through and we're going to look at how you can customize the email designs within Perfect Portal. So we've just gone onto the dashboard. What we want to do now is just head over to the settings. So if we just click at the bottom there, and we're going to just go into general. So what you'll see, this is basically where we can go in and customize. So what I'm going to look at now is the email design. So if we just click here, now, most of this is created for you on initial setup, so it may be something that you've not looked at for a while, so I just want to kind of refresh it for you. So here, this is just the default design. So what we're going to do is we're just going to click in view here, and this will have been matched to the look and firm of your brand. So you'll have your logo here, and we can upload a header image here. You've got your border colors and all the colors here. You can change on the right hand side and the update on the left. So as mentioned, when we set up your portal for you, this is usually matched to the brand of your firm. What you can do as well is you can also have a footer. So on the footer here, you just select footer, and you might want to put anything with regards to any awards that you've got, maybe social media handles, anything like that can be popped in there. Sometimes it's just nice to make it nice and clean and not too busy, but this will form the template of all the emails that go from out without the system. Now, what we had feedback from our clients is they love the email design, but they wanted to be able to have different designs for each of the emails that's sent out. So what we recently designed, some of you may have seen it already, some of you may not, so I just want to touch on it. You can create a whole new email design template, which you click here. As I go throughout the webinar, it will make a little bit more sense, but what you can do is you can select here to add a new email design. You can change the name that you want to make it here. You can, again, upload an image and change the coloring. So what I want to do is just show you some that I've already created so you can get an idea. So what we've got here is we've got the client key stage email template design. So this one here I've created. And what you can see is this is the name of the template with the relevant image and the different colors. Again, I'll just show you one more. What we've put in here, so let's say you forgot your password This is one again that goes out from the system, and you can then create, we've forgot little header on here. So again, it makes it really customizable and just something really different. So it really makes it bespoke, and we can help you build all these. And these are included in the enhanced package. But again, as mentioned, we're happy to run through how you implement all this. So that is the email design, and you can have as many designs as you can see that are listed here. And I will show you now how you can use these email designs on the emails that you start sending out from the portal. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to head back over to the settings cog on the left hand side. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into setup and manage. Now this is probably the area that you're a little bit more familiar with. So if we click in setup and manage here, I am going to, as I mentioned, I'm just going to look at the emails first. So I'm just going to touch on those and then I'll revisit some of the other things along the top. So let's look at the initial quote email that goes out to your client. So what you've got here, you can see here, it's called the quote email. Again, I just want to add here, you can add as many different email templates. So I've got firms that maybe have like 10, 15 templates. Maybe the client's called in and you can have different wording for that. So I'm going to show you how you can build these templates and what they can look like. So first of all, I'm going to pick up the existing, it might be called private quote email in your system. So this is the initial email that you send out with your quote. So we're going to click in here and to view this. Now, I have customized this into the look and feel of the firm. Now, as you can see here, Daniel Carson is just the logo of our fictitious firm. What I'm going to do first off is I'm going to show you how you can add, we can change the email headers that we've just created previously. So we pop into settings and you've got your email design here. And what you can do here, these are the whole host of the email templates that I just showed you earlier. So I'm going to pick up the let's get things moving. So as you can see, when I pop it in here, it updates over on the left here. So again, makes it really customizable, really fitting with the firm's brand and color. Now, what we can do, again, you can change the name of that template. So when you go to email it, it's really obvious to your firm. Again, whatever you want to call that. You can also then change the wording that was to go out to the client. Okay, so this is standard wording here that goes out. Again, you can change all of this. Now I'm just going to run through all of the things along here. A lot of you will be familiar with the top ones, sort of bold, italics, etc. You can change the font size. What you can also do here is you can insert links. So you could maybe pop a link in here and you may want to add a URL. Maybe you have something on your website. Maybe you have, for example, like a buyer's questionnaire or anything linked to stamp duty. You can pop that in there so it's nice and useful to the client. What you've also got, you've got colors. So again, if you wanted to change the text color, you can do that within the wording. So it pops a little bit more when it goes out to the client. You've also got a little preview button here, but again, I think the preview here on the left-hand side is nice and clear. You also have the option here to insert images. This is something that if you're not familiar with, David or myself or the team can help you with, but you can actually pop all these images within here, which display on the left, and we can help you with all of that. And then you've got something known as BB codes. I'm sure most of you are familiar with all of these, but what you can do is you can pick out the client's first name, username, put their last name. It just makes it really personable. So, you know, you get more to a client, it makes them feel a little bit more special if you actually address it to them, maybe hi David, etc. So again, you just pop this in here and you can see it will pull the client's name in. Now, what you may want to do as well is you may just want to add along the top, maybe here, you might want to change this, say to congrats on finding new property. It is great news. And what you can see to make it nice and easy for the user is when you actually type, on the right, it actually updates on the left-hand side. So you can actually see what you're doing with a nice visual representation. So again, that makes it nice and easy for you. What you can also see is if we drop down into the email, you can see here that you've got the BB codes, which will pull the name of the solicitor, etc. Now, one thing that with the system, and I'm not sure if all of you are aware, but you can have different wording for each of the different matter types. So you may have a slightly different wording if the client's buying something off the plan, because again, you might want to display different links relating to that. So you can change the wording for each of these matter types just simply by clicking on those, and it will bring up this email template. Feedback from clients is sometimes they just want to amend one email template for one specific matter type and then apply this to all matter types along the top. To do that now, we've added this functionality where you can just duplicate this email template. If you were to just click in there, it would ask you and you just select which ones. So again, it's just to make it nice and quick and easy, but just by customizing that and the branding, it just really matches your firm and makes it a lot more personal. One thing as well, David will cover in a little bit more detail. We do have the option here. You can see that there's a nice little picture of the lawyer and a little bit of a bio about themselves. So again, this can be added into your emails, so making it really bespoke to your firm and to you as the lawyer. And again, this is just pulled by a BB code. As mentioned, this is a really new function. There is information in the support center, and this will also go across into the client app. So it's really nice to add that little personal touch. So, and again, you can just add that as you choose. So that is the wording. Now, the other thing that you can do, which I don't know whether a lot of people take full advantage of, but when you've created the email, you may actually want to send out attachments with that email. So not only does this email attach your branded quotes, it will also, you can add any different question and different attachments that you want. So for example, here, I'm going to add the attachment, download our app to track our matter. So that means every time a quote email goes out, that will be attached, giving you a different bit of a competitive edge because you've got your own app so they can track the matter. You may want to add maybe, because it's a purchase, you maybe want to add a buyer's guide, some information on the buying process. So again, that means when your team actually selects that email template, the system will automatically attach it. So it takes the need for them to actually think about what they need to attach. So as you can see, it's highlighted there, unhighlight it, you do that. And if you need to add any more attachments, nice and simple, you just click add attachment and it just pops in there. So that's how you would do a quote email. What you can do is you've got other email templates. So I've added a couple in here to just give you a flavour of what you can do. So some of you may want to do a contract review. So again, you can click in here. So I'd just create a new email template, for example, follow the settings. So again, what was the name, what email header I'd like to use, and then how you type the word in, and if you want any attachments. So I'm just going to pop back into one that I've just built. So again, we've got the contract review, which is just one in here. Again, this one's left blank. So if you did want to put any information, you can do so in there. Sorry, I wanted to have a look at the website inquiry. So what we've got, a website inquiry, you may have the website calculator on your system. And what you can then do is you might want to just follow up with a nice little email. So you can just do that. And you can click in here, and again, you can put in the relevant headers, etc. in here. So again, we just changed these different templates. And again, David and you can change the wording. So here you go, thank you for a recent inquiry on our website regarding our service, etc. And then you can just follow up. So these are all just pre-selected templates. So that's the emails. What I do just want to pop on into is the SMS management. Again, this is a really, really new feature, but we had some feedback from our clients that they love the fact that they can get a branded quote out within minutes. But what they wanted to be able to do is maybe follow up with an SMS. So what you can do now is you can set this system. Once you email out a quote to the client, they can instantly get a SMS from your firm thanking them and telling them you've just sent them a quote. So again, talking about customization, you can pull in the client's BB code through here. And you could say, hi, David, congratulations on finding your new property. We've just sent you a full breakdown of costs via email. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to call. And it might be the solicitor name on which phone number. And that's sent as an SMS as soon as somebody emails the quote. This is an option you can turn on and off and there is a charge of 10 cents for each one of those. But can you imagine, like, you only get one chance to make a first impression, and that's a great first impression. You email out a quote and you get an SMS straight away. That just really sets the level of service that they're to expect from your firm. You can also choose, if the client actually hasn't opened your quote, to maybe send out a follow-up SMS. And again, you can decide what duration of time. So maybe you want to follow up in 20 minutes if they haven't opened the quote, and the system can do that. So these are all automated SMSs. So again, if you need any help with any of those, please don't hesitate to ask David or ourselves to do that. You've also then got the client login email. So this is the email that goes out to the client, telling them about your branded app. Again, change all the wording in here, fully customizable. You can change the design. So I'm going to pick here let me do that one. So let's get things moving. So again, I'm going to have this one, and this again will be all customizable to whatever you'd like to say. One thing that's really nice with that one, if you have got the branded app, you might want to just add on there the attachments. So the initial login with all their details goes out and attaches from there. So again, look and feel, colors, branding can all be done and customize how you like. Then from there, what I wanted to just show you is they are the initial emails. Then what we've got is we have the communication emails. So when we say communication emails, these are the emails that are pretty much sent from Perfect Portal when you action a key stage. So for those of you that are utilizing the key stages, what you can do is you just pop into here, and we've got the update client. So this is the one that's going out to the client. So what you might want to put with the one that's going out to the client, again, client key stage update. So again, this is the header, which would go on here. So it could be client communication. We'll just put, let's get things moving here. What you can do, you can change all the word in here. I personally think the most important thing for the client is to be getting the update to see that. So you may want to make that a little bit bigger. So what you can see is that will update to make it larger on there, so it really pops. So again, all of this is customizable. These are the login buttons that pull in here. Again, same colors, sizing, etc. So that's a nice and simple one to do. You've also then got the communication emails. So now, what are the emails that go out to your referrers and your so your real estate agents and mortgage brokers? Same again. Let's pick an email design. So I'm going to put in here, let me see, working together. So this is a template that I just designed here. So again, you can see this is just a nice little thing, working together. Now, as a real estate agent, they may not be interested in necessarily, well, they obviously do want the address, but for them, they might find, let me just change, okay, they might want the update at the top for you, for them, because that's the most important thing. And I would probably make that really bold, and you also may want to change the color, yeah, to make it really stand out to the agents. Let me put that bigger for them, because ultimately to them, it's just so that what are they most interested in? They just want the communication and updates. So again, you can change this layout again with your headers, etc. So that's really the emails. We also do have the option with system emails if you wanted to change them. And again, these are ones just as, for example, I'll show you a really quick one in here, because this was just feedback that people said, oh, can we send ones that go out? So maybe when the client has forgot their password, client reset, you might want to go into one of these. And sorry, I'm in the wrong one. I picked the first one, the client reset password. Sorry, I'm picking the wrong ones. Okay, that was the top one. There we go. What you can do within here is they can just change all of these wordings in here. Okay, and these are all going from the system. So it just makes it nice and easy for you. Again, we can cover that in a little bit more detail. One thing I'm just conscious of the time before I pass over to David is the fee scale list is just something else that I want to touch on that can be really customized. So within the fee scales here, if you just pop in, you can actually have whichever cover sheets that you wanted on any of your on your quotes. You also then have the ability to add an intro. You can change within here the name of the fee. So you might not want to call that legal fees. You may want to call that professional legal fees. So you can change all the wording within here. Okay, I spelled that wrong. Professional legal fee. And you can see it updates on the left. You may want to add additional fees. You can choose whether you want GST. You can then do your disbursements as well. So again, all of this, you can add and take them out, and you can change, you can drop and drag the layout. So anything that you want, do you want to display your government fees? So you may click in here, you want to display them, or you don't want to display them. So again, the whole part of this system is really customizable. You can then also put on the back, you can do your disclaimers. So again, you might want to have a different disclaimer for a house and land than you maybe want to do for an established unit. And again, that can be all tweaked along with the cover and end sheets. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass over to David. So I've just gone through the emails with you and the customizing there. David's now just going to show you the client app. So over to you, David.
Thanks for that, Sasha. So yeah, as Sasha mentioned, I'm just going to go through the branded app, vouchers, and also how to set up a website calculator. So as you're all aware of, we do have a branded app for yourself, which is part of the enhanced package. So pretty much it's your brand, your app. Now we do have Perfect Update as well if you did not want a branded app, but it's your app, it's your name out there. It's the best marketing you can give to someone. So I'm just going to go through the different features of the branded app. So initially you do have, obviously it's what I mentioned before, it's your app. You do have the logo, so you could have your logo in there. And then you do have the login page as well. So as you can see, it's matching the brand. Part of the enhanced package, our graphic designer team can do this all for you. Now, nice and simple for the client. As soon as they log in, it's very visual. They can see it straight away, see where the update is, where all your key stages are at, where the matter is at. As the key stages get ticked off, the truck moves closer and closer to the house. And as you can see, once it reaches the house, there's fireworks, the big party going on, and it's really good, like custom experience. But it's very visually pleasing, and it's just great to see. From there as well, you do a matter progress. So these are your key stages. Now, I'm sure you're all aware, if you have seen our past webinars or any videos in the support center, that we have released a new update with the key stages. These are more personable than ever. You can add in BB codes. So as Sasha mentioned before, any matter-specific information, so the client's first name, property details, anything like that, this can be fed into the app. From there as well, you do have the client details. So nice and simple. If the client did want to give you a call and they don't know the number off the top of their head, they can log into the app, hit the solicitor details. As for example, they have the 1-800 number. They can hit that and it starts auto dialing straight away. Same with the email. As well as you saw on the different email templates, we do have this list of biography. So from here, it's very personable. The client puts a name to the face. Face of the name, sorry. And then they can actually see who they're talking to, get to know you a little bit more on a personal level, and not just see you as just a conveyancer or just their lawyer, more of a friend. As well as you've got the notes as well. So any notes that you lodge within the system will update into the app as well. Now, a new feature with the app, or somewhat new rather, is refer a friend. So the client can actually open up their app and say, oh yeah, I know a great conveyancer. They have this amazing app. I got updated. Let me just pass over the details over to them. They can log into the app anytime. It can be, 5 years down the track and be 2 minutes. They can go in there, select purchase sale, and just refer over the leads to you. From there as well, with the branded app, it's very customizable how they want to be notified about the key stages. Say if you're like me, I guess you're always on your phone, you can toggle off the email and just have the push notifications or just SMS. So it's very customizable for the client. Another great feature as well with the app is client review. So basically they can rate your service. Pretty much this feedback is actually great. If it's, very nice, then you can pop it on social media or, on your website. Now I'm just going to go through a quick demo, just curious of time, about setting up the client review as well as discounts and the website calculator. Now, to access the client review, I'm just going to go into my settings, left-hand side, heading to set up and manage. and heading to client review. So yeah, just like the different emails, it is matter specific. So if you didn't want this copied over, just let us know, we can do it for you. Now from here, if you do have the enhanced package, which is included with the branded app, the graphic designer will do all of this for you. So match your colors to fit your brand and all of that. Now all of this can be customizable. You can have up to 5 questions, simple drop and drag, change your order around, and as well as the feedback. So this is, yeah, like I mentioned before, this is great. The client can actually, you know, say how they truly felt about the service. If it wasn't that good, you can do some corrective actions and follow up with that. If it's amazing, social media, website, done. Word of mouth is a great form of marketing, probably the best. So get your name out there, get your clients talking about you, you know, your app, your brand. So yeah, I'm just going to quickly go ahead and show you how to set up different vouchers. So with the vouchers, as I showed you before, there is refer a friend. So if they do refer any, you know, work to you, their friend, you can give that friend a discount. So I'm going to go into my settings. I'm going to head into a general, and we're going to go into discounts. So nice and simple. Pop in the discount code. So that's really more for the website. So if you did have, say, a summer special, something like that, they could go into the website, type in summer, and get any dollar figure off or percentage off. So nice and simple. For this example, as you can see, I have a real estate agent discount. So say if a referrer sent them, a real estate agent or something like that, sent them any work, you can give them $100 off. As soon as it's is also displayed on the quote. So it will say real estate agent discount, $100. Now you can add a valid from and to, so a date range. So yeah, so say example, you want that summer special, you can do it over summer, and then it will go into your inactive discounts. If you did want to reactivate next summer, just hit reactivate discount again. As I said before, refer a friend, nice and simple. Give them, you know, 10% off, or how much percent you want to give them off, and then as well as a dollar figure. Now I'm just going to quickly touch base with the website calculator. So the website calculator is basically allows the clients to do any quoting onto your website and populate straight back into your Perfect Portal account. Now you can have multiple website calculators set up for your different websites, but I'm just going to hit into the one that's already active. Now from here, obviously you pop in the name, and then you've got some settings as well. So say for example, if you don't want to give them a quote on the website, you just want to do some, you know, initial contact details. Nice and simple. First one, tick box, I only want to be leads, not quotes. From there, you do have some other tick box options. Say example, if they don't want to, they have a tick box to be notified to be contacted or not. And then from there as well, you do have any privacy settings as well. From there, you do have an introduction, so you can put a little blurb about you know how you're different from everyone else, talk about your app, do all of that stuff. Quoting for multiple offices. Now, if you do have different offices set up in your system, you can attach different fee scales to that office. So say example, if I have an office in Sydney and in Campbelltown, the client can go onto the website, select Sydney or Campbelltown, and it'll pull through the correct fee scales from there. From there, we do have also a default fee scale. So if say you've just got the one office, Sydney office, I'm going to pop in my fee scale. It can be just a specific website fee scale. If you want to not show all your other different disbursements and additional fees, you can just have a nice inclusive fee. And then you got your different people, you know, when they reply back to a quote, they instruct or they cancel, who get notified about that. Like the introduction, you've got a footer, so you can pop another blurb in there, and then you've got styling. So yeah, yet again, this is a great way to fit your website, how your website looks like. It all feeds in together. It doesn't look anything like it's coming from Perfect Portal. It's your brand, it's your website, it all links together. Nice way to everything. Then of course from there you've got the preview, so you can see how it all looks like. So you can either have it as a separate page, or you can have it floating on your website. All of that is explained in the installation guide. If you do have a website designer or developer rather, just email it off to them, or you can just send us an email, we can email this off to you. So yeah, I'm just going to pass over to Sasha now. She's going to summarize this all up for us.
Okay, thanks David. Well, we hope that answered a few things. There was quite a lot to run through there. David and I will be sending around the webinar recording, and as mentioned, we're happy to do this training individually with each of the firms if you do have any questions. The system can be really customized to exactly how you want it to work for your firm, so please just let us know and we'll be here to help. As mentioned, lots of this in the support centre. Just want to see if there's any questions. So doesn't seem to be any questions at the moment. Okay, well, we wanted to thank you all very much for your time, and we hope you found the webinar informative. Look forward to speaking to you soon.
Thanks guys, have a good day.